Hello, I'm Nick Arganbright, and in this week's episode of Opposing Roles. Season 2, Episode 15, The Lord of Velloncairr. Lord Tieber Vellon of Velloncairr seeks an audience from Magmus, Tenacity, Vin and Ludo. Everyone have dice, extra paper, pencils, their character sheets? All right, let's begin.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes.
Let's roll for initiative.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
This season, we're playing Dungeons & Dragons by Wizards of the Coast. Our players this season are...
Isaiah Shellwitz,
Jessica Gibson, Laura Spires.
I'm Will Scarborough. I am the DM.
And this is Opposing Roles.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
This is Opposing Roles. Season 2, Episode 15, The Lord of Velloncairr. This is an almost actual play podcast with every season featuring a different RPG game system, sometimes reoccurring, other times brand new. Don't have anything to point out table talk-wise, a section where we discuss inside references or jokes at the table. If you feel we should have said something, please let us know at goodbadgeeky@gmail.com. Support Opposing Roles on Patreon at patreon.com/D4K Studios. Right from day one, $5 gives you early access to all of our podcasts, such as Opposing Roles, The Good, the Bad, and the Geeky, and the magically unauthorized misadventures of Rocky and Boinkle and Friends, plus unreleased audio tracks, archived audio, and more, such as original UTMT Patreon content, archived comics for UTMT, Dribble for Kids, and Tales of the 8th Grade Nothing, including brand new exclusive comics and other projects premiering for our patrons first, and more. For as much content as you have access to, you can cancel at any time after that first payment, and you can come back anytime. Become a patron for just $5 a month and support us by heading over to patreon.com/D4K Studios. What do I know about men or lords from the South? Do I know anything off the top from my own personal history or knowledge?
You can give me a history check.
Oh, I want to do a history check.
I will say you can as well, since you were the one that initially saw it. So the two of you can make history.
Finally get to use that skill.
I don't think I'm going to know a lot. It's a 10 plus 2 for 12.
I got a 19.
Of course.
So I'd say both of you would at least know that men of the South or the lords of the South tend to be a little bit more. I mean, it varies depending on like region of the southern kingdoms and whatnot, but they kind of vary between pretty much two extremes. They're either constantly at war or constantly partying. However, I'd say Tenacity, with your higher role, going beyond that, of what you know of the South, the decor tends to lean a little bit more toward the kingdoms that they like to party.
I share this information with the group that this kingdom likes to party.
Long ago, I hung out with a lord who liked to party, and it was fun. I mean, just fun. F-U-N. Tons of
party.
it.
He liked to party.
Yeah. What Tenacity said.
As the two of you are admiring the beautiful tapestries and the architecture of the interior of this castle, the Warforged does return. Again, the door is slightly cracked, or like he does like a slight crack, and he cracks the door open slightly as he comes out. He does a slight crackening. I think that's my new favorite word.
Every time it's a door, there's a...
I'm taking the door and I'm crackening.
I'm crackening. That's when you do an impression of Liam Neeson.
I will find you and I will crackening you.
I have a very special set of skills that I will release. But he does come out, and I whack a thing that's behind me. He looks at all of you. He's like, "My lord's business is completed. You are now welcome to come in." Yay. And he opens the door much wider this time and leads you all into it's kind of a circular chamber that has a very large window that kind of looks out over the valley that the village is in, and you can see the mountains in the distance, and kind of looking out through the window. And you can see this is kind of a study area. There's a very large wooden desk. There's bookshelves. You see a fairly tall, kind of muscular man. He's got kind of shoulder-length, curly brown hair, and definitely like an athletic build to him. He's dressed in very beautiful, like regal attire with like a kind of a furred collar. Like it's an odd blend of kind of this southern styling with northern utility. He's kind of got his hands like folded behind his back as he stares out. And as soon as he hears like everyone step in, he turns, and you see he has kind of like a full like beard that's like trimmed. These very kind of vibrant like blue eyes, and you do notice some scarring here and there. Not like crazy like he got attacked by a bear, but there's the occasional like bad like place where there's probably like a cut in like a fight or something. And he like turns to all of you. He's like, "Welcome. I'm so glad you finally were able to come.
Thank you for inviting us."
I heard you were all delayed on the way. Some trouble with hags.
Oh, yeah.
There was a little bit of trouble, but we handled it.
Is that a recurring problem here?
I apologize for the delay of my own. I had some business to attend to. And he like sits down at the desk. He like looks over, and on the desk you can actually see there's a map of the surrounding area of the valley. It looks like he's been having people probably work on surveying. He like stares down. He's like, "My name is Tieber Vellon. I've been in this region for some years now, trying to build up this small village, this keep. Things have been going fairly well over the last few years. Not exactly building a massive city, but people are at peace, we are safe, and we look toward the future. However, in recent months, I've noticed odd behavior amongst some of the villagers. They tend to disappear in the night, return in the morning. I have a vague idea of where they go, not sure what they do. I did notice at one point, however, that an object of my own possession has gone missing. A very ancient amulet that has been through members of my family for generations. I would like that amulet back, and unfortunately, we are already spread a little too thin in the our village watch, having only one, who I know you've all met, and a handful of other people attending to that. From what I can tell, it's a much more substantial group that's venturing away from the village. I suspect they are doing something villainous in nature, and I can only assume that they mistook the amulet for some sort of magical device or artifact. So I sent messages out, and it appears that the four of you have responded.
I have a Nick to Will question. What was his name again?
It was Tieber Vellon.
Tieber Vellon. Okay, cool. Sorry.
Tiebervellon. Another detail that I actually would have been in the invitations that you all received is that this village and the castle itself are known as Velloncairr.
That's Care, like I care about Velloncairr.
Cairr.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
I told you, Velloncairr. And he looks at you. He's like, I had sent letters out to a few more, but I'm glad anyone came to aid me. Hopefully, you still intend to do that, correct?
What not to be that guy. Very happy, Lord guy, that you, Lord Vellon, that you invited us. But we were just curious, or actually, this might be a question before I actually say any of this. How did it say how much we're being offered as a reward to help out?
No.
All right.
I would have said the invitation would have been kept vague. in
Okay.
reward. It would have been like, you will be rewarded handsomely.
All right. So then that will then stay valid what I just said, but then I'll just tack on. But just hate to be that guy. What is the reward for us?
I am a lord of some, I don't want to say repute from the south, but I have my,
Fair enough.
I'd be happy to reward you in any way you would like. Could be a favor, could be monetary. Perhaps you want some land of your own.
We love gold, I think. As a group, we're rather fond of it.
Yeah. Big fan of gold, big fan of favors, big fan of both.
Big fan of vacation houses.
Property values, playing the stock market.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you
Bigly, as I believe some of the southern. Namely the one with the really weird hair.
Hey, Vin, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, so you think the amulet and the people disappearing, reappearing is connected?
It was stolen around the time that these people started coming and going. There was a small influx of new villagers around that time. Once they came, some more villagers seemed to join them, talk with them, and then my amulet went missing.
So it sounds to me like we're talking about two rewards. One reward for finding your amulet and one reward for figuring out the mystery of the villagers.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh dear.
Come on, Laura. Come on, Laura.
10.
Yeah, he looks at you and he does kind of chuckle. He's like, you make a good point. That is certainly something we can discuss. I have no problem rewarding work when it is done.
So have you noticed any strange behavior from Juan? Because I know Juan's probably in the village more, no offense to you, my lord, more than you are. You got any weird feelings from Juan?
Juan is not one of the people that I've noticed behaving oddly.
Okay.
Have you tried talking to the villagers?
They like to keep their distance from me.
This is why this breakdown in communication exists between the lords and the commoners. We don't like to talk to each other.
All right.
Sorry, we could not hire a mediator to help with our
I'm so
dispute.
frustrated. I walk out of the room. I'm just like, oh God, challenge of politics in this country. God.
When you say that villagers are disappearing, what does that mean exactly? Have you seen them like wander away, or are they like magically gone without a trace?
There have been moments peering through this window that I've seen torchlights in the distance in the valley, going away from the village.
What can you tell us about these new villagers that came before the trouble started?
And I do not know much about them, unfortunately. I know some of their names. Sandra, Thelius, Dante, Leto. I know they bear at least some capacity for magic. They all came together. There was another one as well, though. He came one day and was gone the next. I do not know his name either.
These villagers are in town. The new villagers and the old villagers.
They are contributing members of society. There's nothing seemingly suspicious about them other than the timing of their arrival.
Texts.
And who's gone missing? Has it been new and old villagers, or only one group that's going missing?
It's been a handful of the villagers that have been here for some time. Just standard citizens. No one of particular note. No one like the innkeeper or the smith. Just general people who tend to what they can do of farms outside the village.
Where do you think, you said earlier, my lord, that you think that that you have a vague idea of where they may be going? Where is that?
In my surveying of this region, he like points to the map, which you can see is hand-drawn, and some of the notations on it do appear to have been written in the same hand as the invitations you had received. So it appears that he does a lot of it himself. I know there is a network of caverns in the mountains to the east. That is the direction they head, logically. If you go there, that's the way you go.
When they disappear, how long are they usually gone for?
I would assume the night. Sometimes I see them leave, then they're there again in the morning. The only
Yeah.
reason I even know that their numbers have gone up is Juan actually mentioned a few villagers leaving one night. They seem to have gotten better at circumventing his watchful gaze.
Does Juan know about, and I thought I saw it on the way in, that there was a way to circumvent around the village to go up to your place. Are they maybe using some of that, or does Juan know about that, or?
Juan, of course, knows about the walls around the village.
Okay.
Yeah, for edification,
Sorry.
the way of circumventing it was really just not walking through the city
I
or
got
the
you.
village. Yeah,
Okay. Cool beans.
it wasn't like a sneaky route. It was more just not going in.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
How long has your amulet been missing?
He thinks for a moment. He's like, at this point, maybe 6 weeks.
Where have
He
you
Sent the
looked?
invitations fairly quickly after it went missing.
Is there anything we should know about the amulet? Is it scary?
It's
Is it powerful?
It's a relic of my family. There's not much more to it than that. If there's any magical properties, I do not know of them.
So we doing this, guys, or?
Yeah.
We need to. Should we negotiate a price or figure it out later?
I feel like
Tenacity puts his hands up and like, I would do it for the people.
Ugh, fine. Tenacity doesn't want a share of the reward, so
I didn't say
Ludo
that.
and Diesel.
Tenacity's got to eat, I guess.
This guy's loaded. Do we take his word for it that he's good for a good reward?
Yeah.
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 I'm assuming he can hear all this, so I'm going to say yeah.
I would say he does kind of like, I'm assuming you kind of pull aside a little bit while you discuss this, and he does seemingly leave you to discuss amongst yourselves for a moment. He doesn't like leave the room, but he kind of goes back to like staring out the window awkwardly.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Because if he's probably from the south, that means he had to have a lot of capital to move up here.
Mm-hmm.
And he owns that big fucker over there, and I point to the Warforge. He doesn't own him, but like he hires him. That's got to amount to
No one
something.
owns anyone, please.
Oh, it was poor wording on my part. 10. I'm really sorry, buddy. It's not what I meant.
Okay, Lou.
I mean,
The Warforged just like hangs his head and walks out of the room.
Oh, I'm sorry. Please don't come back. I'm sorry.
Come back. A hug. Who wants a hug?
He's like, that's where I was going. The Smith gives good hugs.
I mean, I guess if he tries to not pay us, we can always just.
Keep the amulet.
La 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 la. Oh,
We'll just keep the amulet and then go steal his healing potions. All right, all right, my lord, we're gonna do it.
Do it. Yay.
Do you have the names of the villagers that disappeared or go off into their little torch lit meetings?
He goes and like fetches like a quick like parchment to write them on.
And can you also include the names of the new villagers that just recently arrived?
Yeah, no problem. One moment.
I'm remembering when we wandered around that village in circles for like 3 hours, so I'm trying to think of all the questions that we might possibly have for this dude.
Yeah, so the new villagers that he had said were there was Sandra, Tellius, Dante,
write this down.
and Leto. And then the villagers that had gone missing, or not gone missing, but had seemingly joined them. There was Damon. Damon, Kyle, and actually that was it. Just the two of those. Those are the two confirmed from the village that have kind of joined them.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Anybody have any other questions for the Lord before we go?
Did you tell us what your amulet looks like?
That had just been asked. I hadn't gotten to that one yet. So he, as he's like writing the names, he finishes up, hands one of you the parchment that has them. He says, "It is a very fine white gold chain and amulet. The amulet is in the shape of a crescent moon that is holding a, like, in the, I'm blanking on what the actual term would be, but like in where the crescent moon kind of like comes in, there's a small sword there. You know how like in the flag of Turkey, there's a star?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of a star, it's a sword. Yeah. Like, which he says, the sword is made of lapis.
Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. And then, are we gonna? So as we're walking out, I'm like, so we gonna go see Juan or?
You know, it's weird. We asked Juan if they were having any problems, and he said no. So maybe
Yeah.
we should go talk to the villagers.
I don't know. Do we really think this amulet is just?
No, I think it's something else.
Yeah, it seems like a lot of money to pay for just jewelry.
Do you think he's the leader of this cult?
Who Juan
That was probably
or the king or the Lord?
The Lord.
Juan's
One
a
of the
wonderful.
cultist's name is literally demon. Demon.
I'm not gonna lie, you can thank the Kickstarter people for that.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep, there's a few of these names that are Kickstarter backers. So thank you,
There's
wonderful Kickstarters, for your wonderful non-playing character names.
I can't help it that one of them is named Demon.
It's Demon. Thank you.
It is.
DEM.
Demon.
I specified that too with that person. Anyway,
Okay.
All right. Do we want to talk to new villagers first or villagers that have disappeared first?
I say
We run into.
first off, we don't really know where the villagers are. We're gonna have to
Oh,
talk to
but Juan
somebody.
might.
Well,
Juan might.
Juan might.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I think Vin has a point though, is that if Juan thought things were chill as fuck, but Juan hasn't noticed anything funny going on, how about we talk to Huggy McGee or whatever the hell his name is?
The black.
Yeah, the blacksmith guy, Huggy.
He's a very friendly man.
Yeah, I don't want a hug, so I'm not going to talk to him. But like Tenacity, that's your jam. You should,
My secondary oath is hugging.
Oh,
Most people don't know that.
I did not know that. I don't think I wanted to know, but I'm
Paladin of
glad.
devotion, paladin of hugging.
I'm going to homebrew that now.
All right. Let's go talk to the smithy, and Tenacity can hug the answers out of him.
That's the second level hug spell. It's really great.
Hold on, let me see if my hug spell works. 18. No.
Nice. That's a good tender.
You know who gives good hugs? Your snake.
Yeah, I can't wait for him to say hi to people.
All right, let's go to Smithy.
All right,
All
let's
right.
do it.
So you head down to the. Actually, before you leave the keep itself, could everyone make me a quick perception check?
Motherfucker. 9.
Perception 14.
Okay.
I got a lot of bonuses to this.
I got 17.
I got a
Good job,
17.
Good job, Isaiah.
So yeah, as the two of you with the 17s notice as you're leaving. So far, you've only seen in terms of the people in the keep, you've only seen Tieber and then the Warforged. As you're leaving, you do notice there is another person kind of walking along the battlements of the keep, kind of short black hair, skin that was probably tan, but now has kind of a paleness to it. Not necessarily like an unnatural paleness, but like he lived in the south where it was sunny, and now he's in a very cold climate. But you see him just kind of aimlessly wandering the battlements.
Maybe he'll know where some of the villagers are, and then we don't even have to deal with one necessarily.
Where's the hugger?
I thought we were walking with one.
Oh, right. We were going to go to the smith. Never mind. I just screwed up what I said. Let's go talk to that dude over there. See what he knows.
Let's
Maybe.
go check out that. Let's go check out. Wait, is Juan with us or not?
I don't think so.
No, Juan is still at the village. He went back to his post after.
Let's go meet this other guy.
All right, let's go talk to this guy on our way out.
So as you're heading, you head up to the battlements, where you get this very beautiful, albeit chilly view of the valley, and kind of make your way around the battlements where you see the man kind of. He's not like pacing per se, but he's kind of just aimlessly meandering. He makes sight of you and just kind of. There's like a look of like recognition, as if it's like new people. Like,
Hail, stranger.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
My name is Tenacity. I'm a paladin of devotion and hugging. These are my friends.
Hey.
Hi, my
Hello,
name's
friend.
Vin Diesel.
This is Diesel.
Hello, Vin.
We were just meeting with your fellow lord here. He seems like a nice
You were
guy.
meeting with my cousin Tieber.
Your cousin.
Yes. I am the count of this keep.
Oh,
Oh.
a lord and a count.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Sir Count. I'm
Likewise.
sorry that
If
you
I am
have...
Count... I'm going to murder you Kickstarter people. I am Count Snarlsberg von Gurglescream, the 103rd.
Oh, that's a lame.
Oh, man. It is
Gurgle?
truly a pleasure to meet you.
Your hobbies include counting things and laughing. Because otherwise, what's the point?
Count, have you noticed anything strange going on in the village lately?
Don't really go to the village. I mostly stay here up in the keep.
Yeah, the lack of communication between the landed gentry and the villagers. God.
Tenacity. So
Sorry, I'm just gonna
I just don't
cool
go
off.
it's cool. We all cool, man. We understand.
Count, don't mind our idealistic friend here. Ludo, did you have a question?
No, yeah. Why don't you just like, do you watch The Village often, or are you just like hanging
I
out?
watch it quite a lot.
Oh, that's not creepy at all. What and how you deliver that? So when you watch, like, is that all you do? You just watch the villagers and that's it, or
What else would I do?
I don't know, hang out with friends, family, your
They
cousin.
are my friends. That's why I watch them.
Oh,
Oh,
cool. Have you ever seen any of your friends wander away at mysterious times of day with torches, maybe, sometimes?
Of course, they go east. My cousin already knows about that.
But do you know where they go?
East.
Oh.
You know what they do.
East.
We're really sorry about the family amulet thing.
Yes. My cousin was very disappointed about that.
Were you disappointed about that?
Not my amulet. Why should I be?
Oh, it's his amulet, not yours. I thought it was a family thing.
Well, it's a family heirloom, but it belongs to him.
Can you tell us anything
It
about the
belonged to his
amulet?
wife, but not anymore.
Oh, his wife. Is she
Why?
dead?
Yes, for quite...
Does the amulet have special powers?
No.
Oh, man.
Are you lying?
No. You're welcome to make an insight check if you'd like.
Me too, or sure, without. Insight. I got a 6 plus a 2, an 8.
can I try doing an insight check on that?
Yeah, I'll allow one more insight check.
All right. I should have this, but it probably won't. Oh, mother. Nope, I don't have this. It's a 12.
I mean, 12's not bad. 12's not bad. He doesn't appear to be lying. He also doesn't appear to be entirely there.
Hell, what's wrong with this person? Is he just a person that's not entirely there? Do you like living in the north?
Yes, it's so quiet.
As opposed to when you were in the south?
The South is so loud. There's so many people.
Your
Too many
family
people.
move here.
Too many friends.
Too many friends.
Interesting.
Why did your family move here? Or you and your
It
cousin?
didn't, just me and my cousin.
Oh,
And Edric, of course. But Edric's not family.
Cedric.
Is he the Warforged?
Oh, my shiny friend. He's just a villager. As for why we came, I
Yeah.
don't know really. Tieber said something, and then I said something, and then my father said something, and then we came here. I don't
Where's-
recall very well.
Where's your father?
He's south.
He.
Ah, cool. Do you know where these people live on this
In the
list?
village.
Oh, specifically?
I don't know which the people on. Oh, you showed him the parchment. He like looks them over. He's like, I don't really know their names.
Oh, it's a bummer. We don't know what they look like.
Sir Count Snarlsberg von Gurgle screamed the 130. It has been.
Got the whole name right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I am a good listener, and I just want to thank you for your time. You have not been a complete waste of it, and I am so glad that you are happy here with all your friends and less sound. I know I'd be happy. We're gonna go. I think, right?
Yep. Bye, dude. Bye-bye.
We're bye, and then we're gonna.
Thank you.
Have fun.
It was a pleasure.
Once we get out of earshot, I'm like, that guy was fucked up in the head, like completely not there.
Big ol' waste of time.
Judgment, everyone. He seems like a wonderful human.
Maybe that amulet is magic and it scrambled his brains.
Also, his dad, I sent them both here, as what? Some form of punishment? That's weird.
That is weird.
But so we're off to Huggy.
Yep, let's go get some
Yeah.
hugs in.
Maybe he can just draw us a map. Tenacity.
Oh yeah, Tenacity, get him to tell us where all the people on the list live.
Yes.
And we don't have to talk to him ever again.
For you, my friends, I will do this.
Thank you, Tenacity.
No problem.
All right. Yeah, you make your way down to the village. You know what? Just for the fun of it, everyone make me another perception check.
Oh, it's my favorite chick.
My favorite check of all the checks.
I get
Oh
to do
my
it twice.
son of a bitch.
Okay.
9.
I got a 19 plus 2, 21.
18.
Fancy. I got a 13.
All right. I mean, everyone over 10. Notice your new friend is watching his new friends as you descend into the village.
Aw.
I'm sure that won't come back to haunt us.
Opposing Roles is presented by D4K Studios and is produced in conjunction with Nick Argenbright and co-produced by Ashley Carlson and Catherine Ranella. Our game system for this episode is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition by Wizards of the Coast. Our cast is William Scarborough as the Dungeon Master, with Laura Spires as Magmus Scortus, Isaiah Shulwitz as Tenacity, Jessica Gibson as Vin Diesel, and Nick Argenbright as Ludo. Our second season has also been made possible by our Kickstarter backers, such as Woos, Yannick, Doug Poeta, Christopher LeBlanc, Andrew, Kenny, Jerome Wetzel, Casey May, Anonymous, Tavia Ordway, Anthony Portillo, Jen and Brian Petrie, Guest 16554255418, Laura Spires, Kimberly Barr, Kyle Jepson, Becky Horseman, Kevin Heyman, Jaleesa James, Ariel Wiles, Max Messick, Kyle Keckley, Vivian Lermond, Night Gig Studios, Dave Olson, Shannon Marie Watts, Ian Gardreau, Nikhil Makija. Music for the show provided by Derek Shire and Pink Zebra featuring Benji Jackson. Please support our musicians by checking out the show notes for their respective links. We are, of course, on Twitter and Instagram under the username GoodBadGeeky. Follow that for updates on all the different projects I'm involved in, including Opposing Roles. Dungeons & Dragons and all related titles, logos, and characters are trademark property of Wizards of the Coast, and Opposing Roles does not imply any endorsement, affiliation, or sponsorship by the copyright and trademark holders unless otherwise noted. Opposing Roles is a production of D4K Studios.